everyone, thank you so much for coming and visiting my YouTube channel for the first video on that YouTube channel. Don't really know exactly what I'm going to put here yet, so I'd love to hear your suggestions for what you'd like to see, but I thought I'd just try and give you a bit of a feel or an idea of what it's like to cover the Australian summer during these very, very strange COVID pandemic affected times. Of course, it's not the start of the Australian summer here, and let's just point that out. We have had a lot of Shield games played, and of course the WBBL, which has been brilliant and which ends tomorrow with the final at North Sydney Oval between Green Sydney and Green Melbourne. So that's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to seeing that. But today is the day that India takes on Australia after India came out of quarantine yesterday. It's been an absolute nightmare, logistical nightmare. We've had scares about outbreaks in Adelaide, players like Tim Payne having to go into quarantine, of course, for the test series. So I do feel really sorry for the authorities. I've spoken to a number of people at Cricket Australia. One said to me yesterday that he's actually not going to feel relieved until he sees a ball bowled in this series. So hopefully we'll see a ball bowled today, and that might at least alleviate some nerves. One thing that's very different already here at the SCG before a game, it would normally be packed. Now I'm in the car park and I'm just going to turn around and give you an idea, and the camera's going to blow out massively because it's so bright behind me, yes. And you can see it's virtually empty except for a few cars behind me. So the good news is though, we are going to have some fans, which is brilliant to see cricket with fans, real ones. So that's going to be really exciting. And of course, the first couple of groups of fans I've seen have been India fans. Haven't seen any flags or singing or Bhangra drums, anything like that yet, but we'll see. They might well show up. First things first though, I have to go and get my accreditation. Now, if officials get nervous about seeing the first ball bowled, not feeling comfortable until the first ball is bowled, I can tell you, for a journalist, you don't feel comfortable until you actually have your accreditation in your hand, because there can always be little mix-ups. So I'm going to head off down there. I don't even know where I have to go really, but I'll go looking for a gate and hopefully it'll say accreditation. Cheers! The good news is I found the accreditation booth. Bad news is I've been here for about 20-25 minutes and I'm not getting very far along the queue. Pro tip, always arrive early on the first day of a series. I made it to the front of the queue 45 minutes later. Hi, I'm here to pick up accreditation for Melinda Farrell, please. Please be there, 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 please be there. Yay! Well, you can always see some legends around the SCG, and I found one in the accreditation queue. Alex Blacklaw. I know she's got time to talk because she's in the accreditation.
Yeah, that's right.
So now, one thing I'm going to tell you, I've worked with Alex this year on WBBL commentary for the ABC. She is the most meticulous note taker of any commentator I have ever come across. It's incredible. It's meticulous. So I want to know, have you got your little black book ready for today?
I have to have a different technique for 50 overs, Mel, because I can't take the same meticulous notes for that length of time. So I'll abbreviate, I think. But yeah, with 20 over cricket, there's real formulas that you can see where the bowlers are bowling in the power play or in the death overs, how the captains are using their players. So yeah, I'm a little bit of a student of the game.
A student and a master, of course. Now, while this game's happening here today, what are you looking forward to seeing most? What's your tip?
Oh, look, I'm fascinated to see what the 11 will be for Australia, with a couple of possible debutantes. They're all-rounders. They've got many to choose from. I wonder if they might give Cameron Green a go. Possibly not in the first game.
Boo!
But, yeah, it'll be fascinating to watch. And of course, Virat Kohli out there. It'll be a thrill to call a game with him in the lineup.
Who? Surely not. Now, also, let's just say, I have pointed out to people, it's not the start of the Australian cricket season.
That's right.
We've had Sheffield Shield, we've got WBBL final tomorrow. We had an amazing game last night, thrilling final with Green Sydney now and Green Melbourne in the final. As a former Green Sydney captain, obviously your heart's with them. What does your head say?
I picked the Thunder to win, yes, because I'm a former Thunder captain, but I actually believe they will win. Sydney-based team on Sydney wickets, wonderful leadership with Haynes and Knight, steadying the ship. Hannah Darlington is absolutely on fire. I think the Thunder have a wonderful bowling attack, so can defend anything, as we saw last night. The Stars have a very informed batting lineup, so it's a sort of scintillating contest, really, isn't it?
It absolutely is. And if you haven't seen Hannah Darlington bowl, she was outstanding. 3 wickets, ridiculous bowling at the death. We've seen a lot of great bowling. I hope you have a great time.
Yeah, thank you.
Legend. And with any luck, don't panic. The accreditation line is shortening. It's shortening, and I'm absolutely positive you'll be inside for the
hope they let me in.
You'll be in there for the first ball of the second innings.
Okay,
Don't worry.
thank you.
Thanks so much. So that's it, an hour after arriving, I'm finally ready to go in. I've got my accreditation, I've done all my health checks, so that's been brilliant. They've got a great QR code system that's been working. You know, you keep running into people.
What are you doing here?
Stuart Clark, former Australia bowler. I'm talking to all of my... Yeah, okay.
Your peeps. Talking to your peeps. Are you up at ABC?
Oh, no, but I'll see you up there. See, they just won't leave me alone. I'm obviously kind of a big deal around here. But now I'm ready to go in. I've done everything. I'm COVID safe. Looking forward to a great game, and hopefully I'll be able to bring you some fascinating insights at the end of it. Let's see what happens.